teaching ourselves how to make a social network. It's because we actually enjoy staying up late, teaching ourselves how to make a social network, you know? That's why we came here. We didn't come here just as a next step in our education. We came because we wanted to learn the actual techniques of our passion. So, and I also think it goes without saying that we realized pretty early on that we can learn more from each other than we can from our classes. Well, we learn a lot from classes as well. But what really makes us good is that we can look at someone else and say, holy crap, they really love what they do and they're amazing at it, so I'm going to learn from them and make that apply to my work. So I just want to say, you know, as we all disperse into real life, let's try to find those people in the workforce who love what they do and learn from them as well, so that we can kind of take what we've done here and bring it with us into real life. So we don't forget that. We are awesome, guys.
Hey guys, how's it going today? Good? Excited? I think it's really important to mention again that Freddie was supposed to speak today. And that he asked whether or not to join him. I think that's indicative of the supportive community that we have built over the past 4 years, and I think we should take a moment to be really proud of that, because I think that's a really beautiful thing. You know, Axel and Juliet were talking a little about how we as designers kind of craft the social conversation in the world, and in an interconnected, globalized world, the age of information, there's no greater privilege than access to that information, except having the skills to be able to design that information, to make sure the interactions on the websites where information is spread is intuitive, to make sure that the type is set and works beautifully, to make sure that people are empowered to engage in the conversation. That's our skill. And I think as designers who think of the world only in terms of problems and solutions, there is no better group of people to go out and do really big things after today. And I think we should give ourselves a round of applause, and our parents and our professors a round of applause, have great summers and full, meaningful lives. So. So yeah, I mean, pretty crazy, I think. So thank you everybody, thank you to all of you guys, and all of the faculty, and all of the staff without whom there would be no teaching, and all the maintenance and security all know so well. Thanks to all of you, colleagues and friends, for making our shared time here so memorable. Right? Parents, I thank you as well, because without you, my journey here would have been a lot more lonely. Not as fun. Seriously though, thank you for making out to our graduation. It really means a lot to all of us. And to those of you who flew for very far away, good job. And to those of us who are graduating, good job as well. And to those who aren't, good job. We've all finished something really special, in one capacity or another, and we have every right to be the proudest, for this has been a triumph. And today is our recognition. The year before this all started, my aunt gave me a manuscript she wrote, weeks before passing away, and the contents of that manuscript stuck with me till this day. Now the circumstances are entirely different, but the message applies manuscripts explain to me that life, like a long train track, has many stations. And each and every station, some people shift around the car, some step off, some step on, some change cars, and some catch your eye in the most unforgettable fashion. Well, 4 years have passed, and here we are, approaching a station. Some of us are set to work. Some of us are set to return to school for another year or two, maybe for a master's degree. Some of us have yet to decide what the plan is and are simply enjoying the view. Some of us are flying home to start life closer to family. And to you, I ask this. Don't disappear. There are far too many faces we will sorely miss. And whether the next train takes you back to California or Tokyo, to Reykjavik or Montreal, keep in touch. To those of you who are staying, I'm honored and excited to turn a clean page together. Let us make the most of our opportunity to live in this marvelous city together, with all of the smells and all of its fauna, not the least entertaining of which are the very people who serve as pigment to this marvelous and peculiar canvas. Now, friends, our train is leaving at a very different station from the one on which we boarded. New countries have been born. Old countries have new dictators. Old dictators have yielded to new democracies. People are becoming freer and more connected by the minute. And that's important, because with connectivity comes communication. And with growing communication, we gain not only more work opportunity, because that's what we do, but the very real ability to touch the lives and hearts of so many people. In one sentence, more people than ever are doing more things than ever, and recording everything for everybody else. In this age of Twitter, we have learned to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich in the absence of gravity at the International Space Station. And we love it. Well, we in New York knew of the earthquake in Tokyo in the area, before it hit. That is the speed at which our exchanges are happening today. All because of the internet. We are the communication generation, to a certain degree. If there has ever been one, it is us. And there's nothing that shows that better than Buzz Aldrin's recent article in the MIT Technology Review, in which he laments, "You promised me Mars colonies. Instead, I got Facebook." Now, while Mars colonies sound fantastic, what we are, as communicators, are doing is shining light into all of the shadows. Sometimes given, and more often than not, just left for us, right? That is our responsibility. To look around at us with eyes and hearts we've cultivated, and find what oppresses, what discourages, and what hinders the joy and enjoyment of this beautiful place. Like the poets of yesterday, we are the voice of history. As Axel mentioned, it is our work that will be seen. We are literally designing, creating, drafting that which is to come. It is our work that will be seen when our grandchildren have kids of their own. And it is our work that will determine the world in which they live. We know our challenges, and we know the measure of our reach. And I challenge you now, all of you, parents and children alike, to be certain that your work leaves this world a better place. For the opposite of that, we know does not work. And even if you have to promote something you do not agree with, for money is important to live. Your voice is still your own, and your train car is yours alone. So be proud, right? Stand tall and fight forward. That's all we can really say. And if you ever get stuck, if you find that your options are not those that you chose for yourself, or that your responsibilities are greater than that you asked for, Remember that every single second of your life, whether you try to or not, you travel 500 feet, all without moving. Perseverance is to trust in the planet and not to panic. To believe in your train car and those in it. The planet will turn for a long, long time, and it is our choice to stay a while and listen. I thank you very much.
Ready!